the Kukis and Meitis have been living very peacefully together, even in the hill districts. There has never been a clash between Meitis and Kukis. Houses started burning, and even my driver was already killed by then. Kukis were never for separate administration before this violence. One day, my people, Kukis, Nagas, Meitis, and Muslims are going to understand whose hand is making us fight.
Today I have with me Mrs. Kim Gangte, and she is the first elected female member of parliament from Manipur. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Okay, so ma'am, I would like to ask few questions about your journey right till now. So what was your experience, and how was it all?
Well, the present violence, I think I was very much unaware of this violence until that night when there were shoutings on the road, kill Kukis, kill Kukis. So we were just about to go to bed, and I said, what's wrong? What is this? Because we did not have any awareness before that. And then, then later on, I came to know I don't mind if you to go up on the terrace. And then he came running down and he said, Auntie, sorry, there are many people on the road. It was around 9 o'clock, 9 to 10. So then suddenly houses started burning. And then I could hear the sound of this bursting of cylinders, gas cylinders. It was like, bomb blast. Anyway, we waited quietly at home. Looking out through the window, I could see the flames rising and the smoke. And it was something terrible, which I never expected. So then I thought security forces would come, and also fire brigade. But no fire brigade and no security. So I started losing hope that they might ever show up, because it was already 1 o'clock then. Anyway, we did not sleep at all the whole night, just looking out through the window. Sometimes came out, sometimes went inside the house, and I could see from my right, from my left, buildings burning. So there was no place to go, and it was midnight. So till morning we waited, and in the morning I thought things might be better as the sun rose. But then it was not better. It got worsened, and more buildings got burnt on my right, on my left, and even my driver was already killed by then. So it was very terrible. There was no way. I was shocked, as everyone else must have been. So that was the bitter, unexpected, experience on the 3rd and 4th. And I was still there because I did not want to leave my house. I said, whatever had happened, things would be better. So I kept staying in my house till then. And then on the 3rd day, my nephew said, let's go. I said, where? Said, everyone is running and we are still here. I said, where to go? This is our house, and I don't know where to go. He said, let's just go and follow those people. So not knowing what to do, I just bolted my house, my gate, and we all rushed towards the direction where people were running, you know. So then we came to a grouping center where about, I think, 500, 600 people had already gathered. So somehow we got inside there, and then, even then, on the second, third day, I did not know what was happening really. Yes, but very frustrated because more buildings were burning even then. So that was something which I never thought would ever happen in my state.
I'm so sorry to hear all this, ma'am. Okay, so ma'am, my next question is what according to you caused so much disrupt between the both the communities?
Well, Naharika, to be very frank, I really don't know till today because, you know, the Kukis and Meitis have been living very peacefully together, even in the hill districts. In Churachandpur district is a hill district, and about 3-4 villages are there in Churachandpur district, though it is a hill district, and about 7,000-8,000 Metis voters are there in the hill district. So the Kukis never complained, they never made any fuss. So, and also in More, that is Tengnopal district, so many Valley Metis were there, and their names were in the Tengnopal constituency, you know, I mean, in the voters list, and also Kangpopi, the same thing. So we have been living together side by side, helping one another, and so it is something which I cannot understand even till today. But when I compare, like in Ukhrul district, which is Naga inhabited hill district, Ukhrul district, Tamenglong district, Senapati, and Chandel, no Meitis settled there in any of these Naga inhabited areas. And no Meitei names are there in the voters list. But wherever Kuki settled, Meiteis also were there. So, and then looking back at our history, you know, there was a clash between Kukis and Nagas, but then it came to an end because both are tribals, both are Christians in that sense, like a family. So, and then, of course, there was a clash between the Meitis and then we call Pangals, the Muslims, in 1993. And so many were killed on both sides. And then again, of course, between the Valley Meitis and Nagas, there has been always constant conflict because of the greater Nagaland demand, you know, Nagalim, because of Nagalim. So there has been constant conflict. And in 2001, I think it was 2001, subject to correction, because of the ceasefire with no limit, you know, of this ceasefire between Indian government and IM. There was again slogan, Naga Hatlo means skilled Nagas. But then the then government immediately deployed heavy security in all the Naga colonies in and around Imphal. So not even one Naga was killed. But compared today, with what is happening today, I think everyone is pricked. The reason why the government was so silent, that was the reason why so many got killed, so many houses got burned. And then, of course, in Churasanpur district also, there was a little fight between the Thado, Kuki and the Meitis, but these are all, just like a family fight, so that did not last. So off and on, there's always some kind of misunderstanding, conflict between communities, like, even husband and wife fight, but then they make up, But looking at the history of Manipur, there has never been a clash between Meitis and Kukis. This is the first time. Because Kukis have been always standing for the integrity of Manipur. So that was also one of the reasons why the Kukis incurred the wrath of the Nagas sometimes, because Kukis would always stand up and say, Manipur cannot be separated. They always stood for the integrity of Manipur. So this time, it's like a nightmare. Why this thing is happening?
Now, a lot of people, they are basically demanding a separate administration. So, do you think any reason that this is a reasonable demand?
You see, Harika, I won't say it is reasonable or not reasonable. As I said, Kukis had always stood for the integrity of Manipur, which, as I mentioned, incurred the wrath of our Naga brothers and sisters sometimes. So, this separate administration, though the Kukis are now accused of demanding this separate administration, I look back and, look at the Kukis, all the politicians, the businessmen, teachers, professors, and pensioners, whatever they could, and, they could gather. All the money which they earn in their lifetime, pensioners also, and many of them took loan from the government, invested all what they had in Imphal, in and around Imphal. So that shows that the Kukis were never for separate administration before this violence. Had the Kukis wanted separate administration, I do not think that all these people who could afford little also, invested whatever they had in and around Imphal. So that shows that the Kukis were always for the integrity of Manipur. And things, I think, started changing after 3rd May. Had the government taken immediate step to stop this, even separate administration might never have been demanded. That's what I thought, because separate administration was heard a number of weeks after this violence. So on the other hand, I analyze. I do not know. It's my calculation and the analysis that I did. I think they are asking for separate administration for their survival. It's a question of survival. Because when you are pushed to the wall, you don't want to be annihilated. Because many times we heard in the TV channels that some Meitis Lipun leaders and many people, announce that Kuki should be annihilated, So I think the Kukis, for their own survival, I think they are asking for this separate administration. At the same time, let us remember, let us not forget that the Kukis had been standing for the integrity of Manipur, year after year and so many decades. And, so I think we also must understand and not just accuse the Kukis of, asking for separate administration. But whatever the case is, I think understanding the position of others also should be understood,
Okay. So, ma'am, do you ever think Kukis and Metis will be able to live with each other, in each other's places and together again?
Well, I wish that could happen. And I think everyone wants. But, the wound has gone too deep. And it is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. When I said this, many people might not agree with me. Before this trouble, as I said once again, Kukis and Meitis had such cordial relationship on personal level, at the same time community level. And I'm really upset when I think about this. I remember my women, both in the hill and valley, the way how we fought together, we fought together for Manipur, for the people. And today, I believe there are certain external forces. External forces, I do not mean outside the country. Forces from outside the country, no, inside the country. There are forces which are playing, to destroy that closely knitted social fabric of the people of Manipur. So this makes me very, very upset, but I do not know what I have to do. It's only praying to the Almighty God because He knows everything. And the truth must come out. In this, I also want to mention one thing, Narika. The state has failed completely. Had the state taken immediate step, we might never have reached this stage. And also the center. Why the Prime Minister is silent till today? What he spoke in the Parliament was not something to bring the violence to a stop. The Home Minister, he blamed the Kukis. My God, two people are fighting and you are siding the other one. How can you bring peace? And also, I want to refute that the Home Minister's argument that illegal Kuki immigrants, came inside the country and they settle down here. That was the reason why this violence erupted. Not at all. Let me tell Mr. Amit Shah, it's never true. Never true. And the Solicitor General said, people who are, the dead people whose bodies have not yet been claimed, he said they are infiltrators. I'm surprised how little knowledge the so-called leaders have, about us, about Manipur, about the people. And I would say I would give just one example. There was a woman who was Under Secretary to the government of Manipur. In Manipur Secretariat, she and her son were killed right on the road. Do you call them infiltrators? So I condemn the Solicitor General for calling these people infiltrators. I am as much citizen as they are. So you cannot call me foreigner, infiltrator. I was in the parliament, I contributed, and we all contributed, even in our own little way. We have done what we could. And today you call me infiltrator, you call me foreigner, you call me refugee. Some people might have entered, not only the Kukis, the Meitis, Nagas, and the Muslims. And it is the duty of the government to detect them, and then, according to the law of the land, take the step. Why do you have to instigate people and make them fight and kill one another? What is the game plan of the central government and the state government? It is nothing but, state-sponsored terrorism. We live in a reign of terror. And one day, my people means my family, like the Manipur people, Kukis, Nagas, Meitis, and Muslims are going to understand whose hand is making us fight, and then leave the state a killing field. Manipur is bleeding and bleeding to death, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. But I'm so happy that our Indian people sympathize with us. They cry for us, they weep for us, they speak about Manipur, and they urge the central government to do something. But till today, nothing has changed. And just yesterday, before yesterday, 3 boys, the Kuki boys, who live in Ukhrul district, that is not in Imphal, not in the valley, Thawai Kuki. These 3 little boys, one was a 19, 20-year-old boy. They were in the village. They did not come down to the valley. They were defending their village. And they were killed. So now, who is going there in the interior Ukhrul district and kill those Kuki boys? So your question, whether we could live together again or not, I wish we could, but it's going to take time, and I do not know. It is in the hands of the central government. It is in the hands of the state government. If they wanted peace, to bring back peace, they could have done long ago. They do not want peace in Manipur nor in the northeastern region. And we can ask them why they are doing like that.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so ma'am, coming to my next question, like, even if the violence end, then what do you think? Like, how will you ensure the justice that will be provided to the victims?
That is in the hands of the government again. Where there is no justice, there can never be peace. when the government is biased towards one community against another, that is not justice, that is injustice. And peace can never be brought back. It is in the hands of the central government. I won't even say in the hand of the state government, because the state government is just acting under the direction of the central government. So whatever the central government says, whatever directive the central government gives to the state government is implementing it. Why didn't they stop the violence? When your children fight, it is the duty of the mother, the father to stop them. Why didn't they stop? What is their aim? What is the aim of the central government or Indian government? Is it because we look different? Is it because our eyes are not as white, as beautiful as they are? Do they still look at us as aliens? I really want to ask, I'm a nationalist. My forefathers, the Kukis, fought against the Britishers. They fought alongside with Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. And out of 170 were the Kukis. My forefathers fought for this country. Not only the Kukis, Nagas were also there, Meitis were there. So I want to urge the central government, the BJP government, don't look at us as foreigners. Don't look at us as aliens. We are nationalists, and we fought for this country's independence. And today, we should be left alone so that we have peace. Do not instigate any of my people.
Okay, right, ma'am. So lastly, I would like to just ask, like, what do you think about Tapta? The song he have made, and like, what do you want to?
Well, that is, yes. When I heard that, I got goosebumps. My hair was standing, because to me and to you, I think, and to everyone, an artist does not belong to one community. An artist belongs to the world. An artist belongs to the children of this earth. The song really hurt me, that all the Kukis should be wiped out. My God, I got a shock. I was really surprised because Tapta was very popular even with the Kuki youths especially. Whenever he got onto the stage, these young boys and girls would start, moving their bodies, and they were so fond of him. And today he sang, "Kill all the Kukis, wiped out all the Kukis." He sang the song of genocide. He would have sung the song, we are the world, we are the children, so that, everyone, because the hill people, the valley people are very fond of him. So many fans he has got also among other communities. So if he could have sung, "We are the world, we are the children," I think that would have touched the hearts of, lakhs of people. And that would also be a way of opening, some avenues that understanding and love could be seen, at least a streak in the hearts of people. But that was not so. And I feel very sad, and I hope he never sings again this kind of song which destroys once again the closely knitted social fabric of the people of Manipur.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for talking to us.
Yeah.
And I really wish, the peace should restore in Manipur as soon as, it is the hour of the need. So thank you so much for
Yes,
talking.
thank you.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to East Mojo. For any queries, put them down in the comments section below and press on the bell icon for notifications.